Previously on Talkin Wild, episode 1.
Time. I sound like Bruce Buffett on it. Welcome to another season of the podcast that the culture needs. This is Talkin Wild, season 5, season premiere, cast introduction. What's up? You heard him. Hey, can you give a quick little rundown on how you started your clothing brand, the Highway Collection, and drop that website so they can know where to go? So, Baby Doll the Vixen is in the building. Baby Doll, can you introduce yourself and let people know where they can follow you?
What's up, y'all? I am Baby Doll the Vixen, and it's spelled DAE_DAHL. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram.
Another season. Let the folks know where they can find you at.
I didn't switch up my names and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can follow me on IG at Delicious82. You can follow me on Snapchat at DeliciouslyNunu, or on TikTok at nurse_.
I got my boy D-Will in the building. Y'all know this old head. I got another. Wow. Thank you for being here too.
It's interesting you say that. It's just getting to know people again, trying to interact. And I feel my age now because I'm listening to people talk. And I remember back in the day when the first time I met you, you were saying something about the bling bling on your teeth. And
Talkin Wild, episode 2 starts now.
T-1 minute. T-50 seconds. T-40 seconds. T-30 seconds. T-20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, everyone. It's your motherfucking boy, the freshest, flyest fat boy you know, and this is the podcast that the culture needs. Talkin Wild. It is Talkin Wild Thursdays. I hope everybody is in a good place and in a good space for a good conversation that the culture needs. I want to go ahead and start by saying this. Welcome. It's your boy, Flash Mob Uno. You can make sure you like, share, and subscribe when you come in the door. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button or those hearts if you on Facebook. Make sure we can trick the algorithm because that is our goal tonight. If you have not shared this with 5 or 10 of your friends, that's what you need to do right now. This is the perfect time to do that. You're saying, Uno, yes, I'm going to share the live, but how do I follow you? You can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Flash Mob Uno. IG is Flash Mob Uno. Twitch, Flash Mob Uno. TikTok is Flash Mob Uno. If you are joining me on Facebook, it is Demetrius Dallas Sr. We appreciate you being here. This podcast is a podcast that's going to discuss all topics that pertains to our culture. Sometimes topics may get a little heated. Sometimes we may disagree. That's why it's important for me to go ahead and give you this disclaimer because, friends, it's going to be fun tonight. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Talkin Wild Season 5, the podcast the culture needs. This is a show that contains adult themes, language, pictures, and videos, as well as adult activities. We ask for the content to be viewed and enjoyed by adults 21 and over. The topics that will be discussed may be a trigger to you. We are here to discuss all topics pertaining to the culture in which we live. Please manage your triggers accordingly. This is a safe place to voice all of your thoughts and/or opinions, but we do not tolerate any disrespectful comments or opinions towards any cast member or guest. You will be banned from the platform. Remember, the cast members are entertainers and content creators. This is for entertainment purposes only. We appreciate your interaction, energy, engagement, and most of all, your support. On behalf of Flash, Mob Entertainment, and Talking Wild, the podcast, welcome. Please enjoy the show. Hopefully you become a loyal and supportive Talkin Wild 5 family member this season. Thank you.
And with that being said, I would like to welcome you to Talkin Wild Season 5, Episode 2, Money, Power, and Respect. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the cast. Let's get into it. Yo, welcome to episode 2 of season 5 Talking Wild. I already told you who I was. It's time to introduce you to the team for tonight. We're going to start with our beautiful ladies. This one needs no introduction. She needs no introduction. Her attitude arrives in the room before she even get in town. You say, Uno, who the hell you talking about? This one, it's the one and only. That girl, Juicy, in the building, Juice. Talk about you, Juice. Yeah.
For sure. My attitude precedes me.
Introduce yourself, Juice.
The biggest Juice. Good morning. To be here for season 5. You can find me on I'm on Cash App, but I'm gonna give y'all my Miss_Juicy80 on Instagram. Juicy the RN on Snapchat, and I don't know all the other stuff. But how y'all doing?
Give me your Cash App.
Oh yeah, Juicy gone on Cash App, and I will respond.
Absolutely.
Only on Cash App, huh?
I mean, depending on how much they send.
Hey, Juice, I want to say thank you for being here, Mom. Our next lady that we have in the mix, ready to do their thing, ready to do her thing, is the one and only Miss Miami herself, Redbone in the building. Red, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Introduce yourself, love.
How y'all doing? I'm Redbone, CEO of Snail Trail Productions. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me what Snail Trail is. I'll tell y'all that later on in the show. Low Country Boy Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We take over 2025. You know what I'm saying?
As you see, we starting already. We got Red in the building. Thank you for being here. We are going to have a good time. And our last lady of the evening, our cast member.
I finally got in.
Now you got in, and I appreciate it. My girl, K-Mac in the building. Kikiana Mac all the way from Colorado. You cold, Mom?
It's not that bad today.
Okay, what? 10 degrees? 20.
Like 45, 50.
Okay, yeah, that's decent. That's decent.
For here, that's decent. The snow melting.
For sure.
So.
Hey, let the people know, and your soon-to-be fans, where they can follow you and how they can reach you on social media.
Kikiana Mac on Facebook. That's usually it.
Hey, simple woman. She said, "Hey, that's all I got, bro. You can't get no more from me." Hey, now I'm about to roll to our fellas. Y'all, this man don't need no introduction. You catch us on Monday nights. You catch him on Tuesday nights, and now he's here on Thursday nights. returning one of the OGs from the season. I'm being locked in. Mr. BTBG himself. Boss man, Blake in the building. What it do, boss?
My uncle.
What's happening, man? What's good? Y'all know what it is, man. It's Boss Man Blake, man. The YouTube guru. Mr. High Five a hater. Make sure you do that on a daily basis, man. Point them motherfuckers out. Let them know. We here for season 5.
We high fiving haters. Yes, sir. Reese. Hey. And the man that's gonna bring a little balance. Everybody needs to lower your tone, gather yourself. Vyoshi Vashinobi is here, ladies and gentlemen. Vyoshi.
Your cup.
He an Israelite.
Yeah, what's in your cup?
Peach Moscato.
Oh, you fancy. Oh, people.
Yeah, he a real vibe. He's a vibe.
But yeah, at Vyoshi on everything. Follow at Melanated Mushrooms and at House of Weird Perfection.
Hey, I want to say I appreciate y'all being here. We have one more cast member that may make it. If not, we'll see you at another time. We are locked in. We are rolling. We are ready to go. Y'all, we got all the introductions out of the way. This is the podcast that the culture needs. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and break some ice. And here we go. Damn.
Because I have an air tag in his book bag. I have an air tag in his book bag. It don't matter. You're not supposed to be here. I'm sending this to the court. I don't want you taking my baby nowhere.
So what? Bro, this is how I'm paying my child support. You can't get mad
It's
at me
over with.
because I don't
It's
want to
over
see
with.
none of my money.
And
I don't got to see
you
none
still
of my
got
money.
4 hours with him, but I'm taking him home.
So what?
I'm taking him home.
None of my money. I can pay my child support like this if I want to. What is wrong?
Okay, well you're gonna give me my son. I'm leaving.
Nothing.
You are.
Take him from me or call the police.
Call the police.
Call the police.
I'm not gonna cause none of all of that up in here.
Call the police.
I'm not calling the
Call the
police.
police.
Give my baby, because I just told you stop taking him out.
No.
Don't take him nowhere.
No.
Come on, why are you pushing me off?
No.
Just give him to me. Just give him to me.
No, fucker, you making this scene in front of everybody. I'll turn up, man. You don't want me to turn up.
Give my baby, because I knew you was still you supposed to be at your mom's house.
So what?
It's not your mom's house.
It's not your
Why are you
business.
at an arcade with my baby?
It's not your business. It's your business. No, it's
It
not.
is, because it's my son.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You're not supposed to be nowhere by yourself with my son.
Well, what is you doing?
That's not what the court documents say. But that's not.
We just witnessed breaking the ice. That's how we're going to break the ice on episode 2. And my question following that video to the team is, do mothers have the right to dictate how a father parents their child, court order or co-parenting agreement, no harm or danger to the child? Do they have a right to dictate how they are parenting when in custody of the other parent, of the child with the other parent? Again, do mothers have the right to dictate how fathers parent their child when in custody of the child? We finna get into it. Let's do it. Everyone saw the video. I'm going to start with my ladies. It's just exactly how it is in order. Starting with my girl, K-Mac. K-Mac, what you feel about breaking the ice?
I will say this. I think that the problem that a lot of women have is that they feel because the mother, they need to be in control. But in the court rules and regulations, you can't control what the father do when it's his time. You may not agree with it, but if you go to court with that, the tables could turn on you. You never know if the judge will be like, you know what, you just trying to be controlling and aggy, and you want to lose custody. I think some women need to realize that even if you don't like the fact that he taking your child to his girlfriend's house or his aunt, once he had the child, his aunt, the sister, have the baby the whole summer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that was an example for me. But I never tripped about it because at the end of the day, there was no reason why I'm gonna waste my. It costs money to go to court, and I'm not about to waste money just to go to court for a judge to sit there and tell me that's his time and what he does with his child is on him. Even if he feel to dump the child on somebody else, that's his time, and that's something he just gonna have to deal with the child.
And I respect it. I'm gonna swing to one of my fellas, Vyoshi. I usually save you for last, but I want to come to you now. You saw the video. My question, you see the question, do mothers have a right to dictate how a father parents when the kid is in their custody?
This is a prime example why you shouldn't get everybody pregnant or why you shouldn't get everybody.
Prime example.
Bro,
speak on it.
I mean, you asking for these problems when you don't get to know people, when you can't come to a common ground on parenting, and you just fucking basically, you know what I'm saying? And then the child is a side effect of that. But when it comes to the mother, like her putting the air tag because she said she already had a feeling, like they already been in some shit. So it's been a back and forth thing. But I don't think one parent should directly dictate what goes on. It's like you gotta come to some kind of common ground, because the real thing, the only person that's really gonna truly be affected is the child. Like he's seeing all that shit dead in the arcade, whether it's a birthday or not. Them gonna be memories that his ass can't shake.
Facts. Hey, Juice, I want to come to you after the video and after you hear your bro Vyoshi say what he said. What do you feel about a mother trying to dictate how a father raises his kid or their kid when he has custody?
First of all, this video has nothing to do with that. This video has to do with her trying to control him.
Okay.
Second of all, I don't know if y'all caught that she said the court, he obviously supposed to have supervised visits because he's not supposed to be alone with the child. So what transpired for it to get to that point to where he can't be alone with the child? So I'm pretty sure that they were having domestic situations, and now he's probably supposed to be unsafe, and she knows he's not going to do nothing to that baby, but she still did that at the courts anyway, so that she can control where she has her child and where the child goes at. To go to the extent of putting an air tag, let me tell you something about when I got. If he didn't come get them children, I'm gonna drop them off to his mama's house. I don't care where they go. Somebody can get the children, okay? And if he's so dangerous that your son can't be with him by himself, why wasn't he that dangerous when y'all was hunching? She don't have to. But once again, all of that was a scene, but none of it has to do with the baby. All of that is about him and her, and she want to know what, because putting an air tag, you want to know if he wants a girl house. You don't care nothing about the arcade. Really, she came to the arcade to see if he was there with another girl, see if it was a family outing, because she was going to show her ass. But he wasn't, so since she was already there, she had to go ahead with the scene. But yeah, that absolutely had nothing to do. I feel like when a man has his child, unless he's a child molester, because people have kids from him too, but outside of him being a child molester or mentally unstable, come on. And if they're mentally unstable, how did you end up with a baby? So I just feel like a man should be able to do what he want to do with his children. A woman can do what they want to do with their kids. Like, no, a man that you're no longer with shouldn't be able to come to your house and tell you how to parent your kids. Like, if I call for reinforcement, that's one thing, but you coming over here telling me, oh, don't touch them, oh, don't put your hand on them. Okay, we'll take them with you. Don't worry about it. I ain't got to cuss at them no more. Take their ass with you. I'm done.
Hey, boss, Cam is going up and down in the back. Cam, if you still in the back, man, keep trying. It look like you froze in the background, brother. Boss, you heard your cast members, you heard your people, you heard them. You heard you said, man, that was shouted just being possessive. It wasn't about the baby. What do you feel about the icebreaker topic? And why do women get to dictate how fathers parent when they have the baby?
Well, for one, they don't have the right. And I think a lot of fellas need to know their right with their kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't know. You know what I'm saying? But fuck no. I think we all probably gonna agree to this one. Like, he's a father that's willing and able to be in the kid's life, man. Let that man just be a father. You know what I'm saying? Her action shows who's the immature one in both experience. You know what I'm saying? So I think someone said earlier, like, if they go to court or something like this, and the judge recognize what she's doing, yeah, shit might change for her. So she better chill.
That's real, y'all. That's how we started to break the ice. I see Cam in. Let me see if I can get Cam in. And if we go ahead. That's what you got.
I just real quick. I Juice and Boss pretty much hit it on the head. Juice especially. It never was about the child. The air tag, all that stuff. That's a girl that want that man back. That's what that is. That's what that's about. But aside from that, I don't know what's going on. But baby, when my kids was young, whoever picked them up, I promise you, I ain't checking on nobody. Bitch, I'm outside. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm talking about when you take your kids, you ain't got to worry about. Bitch, you better hope I pick them up when I said I was gonna pick them up. That's what you better worry about. Okay, you better put an air tag on me, bitch, because I'm going out of town. I don't understand this shit. Like, y'all ungrateful as fuck. Like, you mean to tell me the daddy in the life and you want to still? Ain't no way. I don't get it. I can't relate.
She got too much time.
I also feel like if she feel like that, man, get it. I promise you, if she let him keep that child, he'll get that child right back. If she want to be that damn controlling,
it ain't about the kid. That's why.
I know she's still in her feelings. She's still in her feelings about him.
They still hunching.
Still in her feelings about him.
They still hunching.
She's still in her feelings about him.
Yeah. I'm talking about she falling off the bone. You hear me?
They still hunching.
She going down bad with this.
You cannot co-parent. It's very difficult unless you have two very mature people. It's very difficult to continue to hunch and not be together and think that you're going to co-parent because everything is going to be a spiral.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no way she got a man. She can't have a man because
she don't have a man.
No, she don't have nobody. She don't have nobody.
Still
that energy, she ain't got
your
nobody.
brother be like, what the fuck is you doing?
He probably hitting her but don't want to be with her.
But I promise you, he probably told her, like, yo, we just fucking. And that's when everything she nitpicked every little thing now.
You my man.
So, let me say this. You say if he's saying we just fucking, does that still give her the right to spaz out the way she spazzed out?
Absolutely no, but she's spazzing out because of the fact that her emotions are still entwined with him. So she's doing anything to just be nitpicky on this dude. Like, all that scream, like, we still hunching, we still together. I want to control your life because you're not trying to give me what I want.
Right.
That's real. Hey, go ahead about what you say, and then we're gonna introduce my boy Cam. Cam made it in.
I mean, how does that work? Y'all say they still fucking. Like, if they still fucking, like, and he still get visitation somewhere else, like, I'm confused. Like, why wouldn't you be there with them? You feel what I'm saying?
So you still fucking and you being together is two different things. So maybe he live where he lives, she live where she live, but maybe he come see the kid and he might end up spending the night every now and then. So even though the problem with men and women is people that are not emotionally sound, if your words and your actions don't match, it tears them up. So you could say, oh, we cool, we're not going to be together, oh, we just kick it every now and then. But if we just broke up and we start back hunching, we feel like everything's supposed to go right back on the train like it just happened. So just because they hunching don't necessarily mean, they together.
Right. And another thing, a lot of my homeboys used to say they used to still mess with their baby mama just so they can see their kids, because they know if they still not hunching, they still not, giving that D, doing this,
so dumb.
And it is dumb, but some women will hold out on, allowing their them to be a dad, because
I want him and the children to go.
Get the fuck on. I'm talking about get the fuck. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck.
Y'all
go. Fred, you had something that we're gonna introduce Cam.
I think I just want to say this because it's the discourse is their relationship versus their parenthood. Even if let's give it the worst example, I guess. Let's say he playing the fuck out of her. Let's say every time he fuck her, he said we get back together. Let's say he cheat. He's supposed to be with her, but he cheated. Let's say all that's true. That still don't got shit to do with their parenting life. It has nothing. This is one thing and this is another. she still got to tighten up as a mom. And then the recording, all that, you doing too fucking much, period. Like, period.
She did that because she already got that court order that says he's not supposed to have unsupervised visits. So she's doing that for court purposes.
Right. The arcade, though, bitch, you act like he took him to a motherfucking bar. Bitch,
I thought when they had supervised visits, though, they have to have some like social worker or somebody be there.
It could be a family member. So like you have the children with your mother, but you can't be alone with the children, or you have the children with your sister, or you can't be alone with the children. It don't necessarily have to be the court.
Man, you could
it'll be either a court appointed official or supervised with.
You could take my kids to Jocelyn's Cabaret, bitch, if you want.
You said Jocelyn's Cabaret?
Kids and take them.
No, Phoebe.
Where you take them? Take them.
Hey, we started with the icebreaker, and I appreciate all the conversation. We got the show rolling, but we got our last member of the cast for the night. Big dog up there in the mountains, bro. It's my boy Cam Shalon, CEO of CME 1000. Hey, Cam, what do you do? Introduce yourself. Where the folk can find you, big dog?
Keep going in and out, man.
Oh,
shit,
no.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Might need some time. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, look like Cam got a little. Oh, let me see. You back?
Yeah, my bad, John.
Oh, no, you
He must be got an Android.
Hey.
Don't do that, Juice.
My Samsung is
do that.
My Samsung is that.
Cam, let them know where they can find you at, big dog.
Hey, man, you can find me on social media, Cam Shalom, or Communigram. I'm everywhere. All social media platforms. Just started a new website, Change Makes the Label. Go check it out.
Hey, welcome to the show. Let me get in some of these comments. And y'all, we gonna go ahead and get into segment 1. We already broke the ice. Let me go back. My girl Modesty is in the building. She said, good evening, everybody. Cheryl says, what's up, family? Ronnie said, boss, what's up, big dog? Hey, Nunu said she sounds like a bitter mother. D-Love said, I agree. What's up, D-Love? She was tripping. Modesty said, I hate that they're doing all that back and forth in front of Lil Boo Boo. Yet, K-Mac, saddest part is the child look old enough to know the extent of what's going on. Bank Music Group in the building. What's up to that boy? YJ. Make sure y'all spin by and check out Bank Music Group. D-Love said exactly, Nunu. Muffin in the building. What's up, Muffin? She said the dad has to do what he chooses when he does when it's his visit time. Salute to the ladies. Peace, D-Love. Hey, Modesty. Hey, Lucky Leaf says the child is not a pawn in your personal relationship. It's his time. Have healthy co-parenting, or it will damage the kid. Your feelings are secondary to the mental health of the child. Hey, Muffin. Y'all, we are rolling. Ronnie Cobb said, this design of the U.S. gives favor mostly to the mothers. The mothers are in pocket with the state, mostly because the women is an asset to the state to keep the male out of power and influence with the children. A lot of women rely on state assistance, etc. Not all.
Oh, that sounded bitter.
But speak on it. What'd you say?
No, because most of my friends ain't on no state assistance. I think that's just I don't know. A lot of people love to say that just because if the mother wants child support or anything, which is weird.
What you say? Speak on it. Speak on it, boss.
No. I'm gonna let her finish. I want to finish hearing what she said.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like for me, for example, I mean, I got a good job. I made 6 figures, but women, we not asexual. We ain't make a child by ourselves. And I only feel like you should put a dude on child support if he is just being a straight up bum. Like if you guys can't come to any type of agreement, then okay, But if he is literally everything you need, like you don't even got to, because you should not want somebody in your shit. Because when you go to child support, they are literally every nickel, dime, penny that you make, you both got to, expose your stuff. Like you should be mature enough to be like, if I need something, hey, we're gonna go half on daycare. I'm gonna pay the co-payments for doctors. But if you do have a dude that literally just want to be a bum and don't want to do shit, then yeah, you have no choice but to put him on child support.
Hey,
Can I say
make sure
something
you
on that
guys
subject?
check your sound in the background because it's a big echo. So make sure if you got a second device, make sure it's all the way down because it's a tremendous echo. I don't know where it's coming from. I try to find it, but I can't. So if you can help me, go ahead and try to mute the background mics if possible. Y'all, let me get one more comment, and we're gonna go ahead and get into segment one because we already got the ice broke and we're gonna move on. Hey, Sherelle, thank you for being here. Nah, if she's doing all that, there's a court order in place. She's trusting her mother's tuition. Clearly, he was not where he said he was, so that air tag was valid. You don't know if he's been selling out, saying he's going to keep his son or whatever. I don't blame her.
How he get the baby though? How did he like? She didn't have it.
He slid right out. Listen, he slid right out that coochie and picked up little Juju and went to the motherfucking arcade. That's what happened. She ain't get that round two, so she had to spin the block off that air tag.
Hey, can I just quickly comment on that child support issue? In the state of Georgia, if you get a divorce and you have children, a child support order must be in place in order for you to get divorced, right? Now, whether you choose to enforce said order or not is up to you. Well, what would make me decide to enforce it? You not doing nothing, right? So I feel like every woman should have a child support order so that this child doesn't turn 17 and all of a sudden you want to get child support and you don't get no back pay and he did nothing for 17 years, this and that or whatever. When on the other side, you could just have the order and not enforce it. But if you see what he's not going to do on his own, then you have an order to enforce instead of having to go through all that drama and wait all this time and try to get the money. I feel like that's just a safety net.
Had one in the holster.
Hey, before we transition, I'm gonna let Boss get a chance. Boss.
I think the worst part is if you're speaking of child support and he's on child support with the same court order of visitation rights, that makes it worse for me. I'm like, dude, if you're paying child support and you still not grateful and you still want to dictate what I do, man, it's so many women in this world who ain't shit baby daddies that would love a nigga who want to spend time. So I don't agree with that comment that you just put up there a few minutes ago, bro.
And that's how we rock it. That's how we started. We have already broken the ice. So let's get deep into the show. We got a lot more to discuss. Buckle up. Segment one. Let's do it.
I believe in money, power, and respect. First you get the money, then you get the power. After you get the power, then you power. What you eat life, money, power, respect. What you eat in life, money, power, respect. What you eating right, money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power,
hey, yo, my whole clique bout it. We take yours while you pout about it. Truck, step out.
Hey, we are back with segment one, Money, Power, and Respect, episode 2, season 5. The first question of the segment goes a little like this, good people. What benefit does a man get for being a 100% provider? Is there a reward for being a provider? What benefit does a man get for being a 100% provider? Is there a reward for being a 100% provider? Ladies, I'm going to put y'all on the bottom row today, right now in this one. I'm going to start with the gentleman. Starting first with my boy, Boss Blake.
Tread lightly.
What benefit does a man get for being a 100% provider? Is there a reward for being a provider?
Well, I don't think any man who actually, decides that I'm going to take care of everything is looking for a reward. You feel what I'm saying? I think he's doing it because he loves his woman. That's just who he is. That's how he was raised. So whether there is an award or not, or a benefit, we don't care because that's just the man in us. I think when you actually decide to do that for the woman that you chose to be your girlfriend or your wife, she's the reward, bro, because that's why you're doing it.
Hey, I feel you. Vyoshi, you heard Boss said, man, when you're a real provider, you don't look for a reward. You're doing it because this is what you do. What do you feel? Do you agree?
I mean, shit, I wouldn't know because I don't take care of everything. She matched my hustle. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She matched my hustle. She always been the type of woman to be like, even though she know the type of man that I am, she still like, well, nah, I can't. She can't sit still. She ain't the type to let somebody do everything for her. She grew up watching her mother work hard, her older sister, you know what I'm saying? So she come from a family of strong women that shit get up and get it. So yeah, I really can't, you know what I'm saying? But I know even regardless of that, the fact that I do go out and do the things that I do, when I come home, I get the home cooked meals, I get the love, I get the reassurance, you know what I'm saying? The believing of my dreams. So yeah, that's how I see it. I don't, but 100% shit. We ain't even start like that.
Hey, you can only tell your truth and speak your story. Cam,
1,000.
do 100% men have a reward for being 100% providers? Talk to me, bro.
I mean, I can agree with both of them because I done been in both situations. I done been a 100% provider, and it's like bro said. Like bro said, my reward was just, seeing my girl and my kids happy. But sometimes I feel unappreciated, but I kind of got used to it, and I feel like some people settle, but if I'm going to provide 100%, I want to be appreciated. I want to come home to some love. I don't want to just feel like I'm a slave for everybody and be depressed. And I've been in situations where it's 50-50, and it's date somebody who takes sit down, and that was kind of cool, but I found it kind of difficult, to kind of build with somebody who was all over the place. So I mean, it's just each and own. I can be a 100% provider if I'm feeling the love, and I can do the 50-50 thing because I like to hustle.
That's real. I respect the answer. But one thing that you did say, you said you begin to feel unappreciated.
Yeah.
A lot of men, before we transition to the ladies, being 100% provider, do you tend to feel unappreciated?
I mean, I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Cam.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's on the man because some men like they can live like that. They can just be like, hey, shit, come home. This what I do. They might not understand that they need me, and some people cool with that, but like I'm the type of person, man. Like I want to be happy, bro. Like I ain't no slave. So if I feel like I'm unappreciated and I'm just looked at like a check, and nobody, my birthdays and stuff come up, and nobody thinking about dad or thinking about me, like I can't rock with that. You feel me? That's depressing.
Hey, I'm 100% in agreement with you, brother, because like you said, I've been in both situations as well. But before I get to talking, I would like to hear from my ladies. But ladies, before I put you in the big box, let me go through the comments. Blue Devil G said submission. That's what we get. Hi Leonetta. All right, boss. Nunu said because Cheryl is the real one. You know what I'm saying? But it's given from love with love. Leonetta said, just knowing that you're willing, even though I want to stand on my own 2 feet, respectfully. Right, D-Love. So, ladies, you heard the men. You heard them. You heard what they said. What benefit does a man get for being 100% the provider? What is the reward for being a provider? I'm going to start with you, Red. What you feel?
Tread lightly.
Shit. I feel like when you do something, when you do something because that's how you are, like you got men that naturally do things that naturally want to do 100%. They're not doing it for a benefit or anything. I don't remember who said that, but I agree. It's just they're not doing it for necessarily a benefit. But if someone is going against their traditional ways, like they was a 50-50 guy and now they taking over or whatever, I would like to think that they want the woman to be more of a caring person as far as cooking, cleaning, and all that other stuff. But here's where I get kind of shaky for me. Submission. When I saw that in the comments, that they use that term in wrestling. That's why that kind of bothers me. Like submission, when you want somebody to submit, you put them in a chokehold. You know what I'm saying? That associated with my relationship. I'm not finna submit to you. I'm not finna tap out to you. I would like to think you don't want me to be in that position. But to be and take care of my man and make sure my man fed, and if he the worker and I'm at the house, of course, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the home and everything like that, and making sure the kids ain't bad and the house clean and there's food on the table. But that's easy. That's what some women naturally do. Traditionally, Southern women were raised that way, and Caribbean women. So I'm all I'm saying is it's kind of like I don't know what extra, because the standards are so low. I think we tend to think like it that cooking for your man, keeping the house clean and taking care of the kids is an extra benefit when that's the bare minimum. So it's kind of like, I don't know what more you want. You want me to juggle for you? Like, because I don't know how to juggle. Like, the house is clean and you fed. Like, it's only so much ass I can throw back. I got a medium booty. Like, I don't know what to do. Okay? So, that's all I got.
I respect it. I definitely respect it. K-Mac, you heard sis, you on mute. You on mute. I don't know if you muted yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you heard Red. You heard her reply. She said, "It's only so much ass I can throw back. What you want?"
I honestly think that for women, I just think you shouldn't be letting someone be 100% taking care of you unless you're married, because you put yourself in a situation where you're not married and he paying all the bills, and you put yourself at a risk where he could treat you like whatever. And if you set yourself up where you're not working, you're not doing I'm not saying all men like that, but sometimes men use where they're paying the bills 100% as a control thing. So to me, I have never seen myself in that unless I was married. So I mean, for one, I would just say for women not to put themselves in that unless you are married. I mean, and even if you have a child, that still doesn't guarantee, that, because we all see where right now you have people that's, oh, I'm gonna just let that man cheat in peace, because at the end of the day, he the one that's paying all the bills.
Not to cheat in peace.
No, but let's keep it real. You have, I mean, me living in Atlanta, I have heard it plethora of times.
Girl, you live in Atlanta, child.
Where they would rather let this man cheat on them and do whatever because they know he paying all the bills. They not married and they want a lifestyle over respect. But if you are in a situation like that, I just feel like, as a woman, like you should naturally want to just be doing things. Like he should come home. I don't know, maybe I'm just very traditional. So for me, like if my man was paying for everything, I'm a cook, I'm a clean, I'm gonna do the traditional stuff that we're supposed to do. So he'll come in where he's not feeling unappreciative, because you'll have some people where you spending all your money on me and I just look cute.
Complaining and asking for more.
But there are some men, that's all they want their girl to do is just look cute. And now if you just want me to look cute, then that's
where they at though.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Where they at though.
And if all I gotta do is just throw this medium booty back when needed, then that's what I'm gonna do. But if you expect more, then yeah. So I guess it depends on the dynamic that you're in. But I'm just saying, for me, I would not recommend for women to even want to be in that.
Juice. Juice, you heard K-Mac. You heard how she came.
I'm so glad you called on me. I got so much to say.
Go
So the
ahead,
first thing I want to say is, so the answer to your question is, what is the reward for being 100% provider? It depends on who the man is providing for. That's the first answer. Are you providing for someone who appreciates what you're doing? Are you providing for someone who has their own hustle? I disagree with Kiki when she said that she don't feel like a woman should let a man be 100% provider. My dad is a 100% provider, always has been. However, he also put my mom in position so that if something ever happens to him, she could take care of herself. So he's the provider, but he sent her to school to get a degree so that, and she worked, and her money is her money, and she's nickel and dime like she ain't got no money. So he says she's probably secretly a millionaire. But the point is, just because he's 100% provider don't mean for a woman to just sit back and not do nothing. He's 100% provider, but you could still have money for vacations, have money, buy a new truck. You can still have ways to, have a side money put up in case for hard times. Hell, you don't know if your husband gonna have a stroke or what. Even though he's 100% provider, just have a little nest egg put up so a woman still can do something. What can a woman give a man? She
not like that these days. They not like that anymore.
I understand what you're saying, but what you said was you don't think they should do it. In addition, I also don't think they should do it. Let me tell you why. Because if you have a man that is a 100% provider and it's not a woman that has her own hustle and get her own money, even though he's providing, he's going to try to control her. He's going to cheat on her. He's going to talk to her like a dog. And then that's where it's going to be a problem at, because ain't no amount of money worth your respect. So does he want to be a provider so he can have control, or does he want to be a provider because that's how he was raised and he feel like that's the right thing to do? Is he going to treat you like a queen? Now, there are some men who just love their women and want to do everything possible to take care of them. So yes, they're going to love you. Yes, they're still going to take care of the house. But my question is, what's the reward for women who 100% providers? Because it's women that's taking care of their own sorry ass men, it's taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. We don't get no reward, so all of a sudden it's a reward for the man. And for men, like even if they are 100% providers, the woman, like my daddy, he's a provider, but my mama pay everything. Like he said, he just put the money in the account because he said he ain't gonna keep up with it. But when it comes to women, a man not gonna do that. We gonna have to make the money, pay the bills, keep everything, everybody appointment, where they got to go, still come home and cook, still come home and clean us, their homework while he playing the PlayStation. Like, so it's no reward for women, but it's a reward for men. No,
fellas, you heard Juice. Juice said there's no reward for women, but it's a reward for men. Who would like to address? Which one of the guys from the cast? I'll start with you, Vyoshi. What's your reply to what Juice had to say?
Agree 100%. Because I mean, 100%. That woman been goddamn not only pulling us, but this damn fucking country since the beginning of time, and ain't asked for shit in return. And sometimes when they do, they still don't get shit in return. So it's like, yeah, I feel it. I ain't got no qualms.
Boss, you heard Vyoshi. He said, "Hey, I'm rocking out with Juice." What she said? She said, "Why men only ones with reward? Does women get rewards for being 100% provider?" What you feel on that, bro?
I mean, if that's what she want, a man who don't work, then that's her choice. But if who don't got
it don't necessarily have to be a man in the house. So let's talk about single mothers. What's a single mother's reward?
Well, that's a choice.
Huh?
That's a choice. Yeah, that's a choice. That's a choice.
A choice.
Hold on.
Women,
Wait one second, y'all. Wait 1 second. Let them explain.
Like, a lot of women go through relationships and it don't work. They got a kid from the guy, whatnot, and they are the ones why it's not working. He left because of her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying. Come on now, God, dang.
You lost me, baby. Go ahead.
I lost you.
Go ahead, Pook. We gonna let you finish.
Nah, man, you got it. Go ahead. Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What you had to say, Ashley?
So you think the men leave mothers single because of the woman? You don't think women leave because of the men.
Say it again, Juice. I didn't catch that first part. What'd you say? Say it
I
again.
was going to say both sides, but I got cut off, so that's why I said go ahead.
No, you
let her
go
cut
finish.
you off.
Sorry.
We love to hear what you got to say.
Go ahead.
I don't want to jump down your throat prematurely. I'd love for you to finish.
No, we're done. We're done. Go ahead.
No, my train of thought just went.
Oh.
Hey, these type of conversations, what happens. Juice, what were you saying? What were you gonna say?
I was just interested in how single mothers choose to be single mothers. I mean, I could see if they got 9 daddies, but if they got one baby daddy and it just didn't work out. I mean, the churn have 9, it'd be 9 churn and 14 baby daddies. So, I understand them situations. Yeah, they chose all these churn. But, when people are in long-term relationships and things go left, or people, have babies in high school, that's not, I mean, it's your choice, but it's not your choice. It's just, you're young. You're not mature enough to make good decisions. Whatever. You ended up with a baby. So now you're an adult. You got to take care of this baby. The man, of course, can go on and do whatever he want to do. He can live on his mom's couch. He can stay with his homeboy, whatever. But the mother has to be responsible and take care of this child. So she has to make sure. Well, I ain't gonna say all mamas, but a good mom is gonna make sure that child has their own bed, their own house, their own lights, can get their own bed for school in the morning. So that woman is going to 100% provide until somebody comes along. But guess what? If nobody comes along, she still has to make that happen. But when it comes to a man, usually, now I know there are instances where men raise their kids, but usually the men just have to worry about themselves. And there's no reward for that.
Cam.
I can't relate. I'm just being real because my kid's mother's independent, but I still end up doing stuff for them that they claim they don't need me to do. Maybe I'm just different.
For them,
I feel like
for the child.
For them. I mean, because it's like, how can I say it?
That's the choice.
I mean, I'm a man, or whatever, my child got to be in a safe situation. So whether she say, hey, I don't need you, and if she in a situation and she trying to disguise it as if, oh, this is for the child, I can, cipher and tell, okay, you need my help. You may have pride, so I'm still going to help. You know what I mean? Like,
let me
to make sure my
child.
Hey, y'all see how this conversation is flowing. And like I mentioned to you, sometimes when we talking about topics like this, we don't agree. Let me make sure I go through the comments and touch with the people that's tapping in.
Okay, I got
Professor Cupcake said, I think it's a bad move for a lot of women not to be making money. It's about preservation. You should never take advantage of anyone who comes in to love you. Submit to your man, right? Beloved Professor. I don't care the term. I care about his feelings is all. If Muffin says if he has the right woman, he's going to get his helpmate. She's going to be loyal, a nurturer, and his biggest supporter. Submission is biblical. It doesn't mean to tap out.
I watch WWF. I don't know what
Leonetta says, sorry about that. I take my husband on vacation. We had a good time. We went to the strip club. We turned up. I don't mind giving back. Hey, Nunu said, nah, respect and love me, sir. Yes, one time for the medium booties. Home is a job for women. Stay at home.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Not to be a home father, and that shit.
The economy is too expensive to be having this one person.
Over there,
1925. A stay-at-home gonna be homeless,
right?
Because the world we live in, we can't afford to stay at home.
No.
Look, I want to say something, Uno.
Okay, quick, because we're gonna transition.
Yeah, so when it comes down to the dynamics of parenting versus the relationship, it's the same thing as the last one. Even if they broke up because of the woman or they broke up because of the man, they still don't have shit to do with this child. It don't have nothing to do with that. Whether we together or not, both of us have a responsibility to take care of this child, whether we live in the same house or whether we don't. So the notion of the single mom made a choice, that doesn't, I can't go there with that. And another point is with what Kiki said as far as women having their own hustle. Ladies, it's 2024, about to be 2025. If you ain't got your own hustle, I don't care if the man paid 200% of everything. you need to have you a hustle on the side, baby. That's how Shirley got caught up with Mr. Jerry. Okay,
hey,
them old women back then didn't work, and they used to get their ass beat on, slapped up because they ain't had nowhere to go. They couldn't leave because they ain't had nowhere to go.
Boss, wrap it up. We gonna transition.
It's the term that I always use, single parents. I get it. A lot of single parents are not single parents. They have help. And that's one thing I don't understand when they say I'm a single parent, but they got a father, the baby daddy is doing everything he can, but they're screaming, I'm a single parent. Now, when I said it was a choice, what I mean by that is like, let's think about Cam Newton. Cam Newton got so many goddamn baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? But you can't call them single mothers, single parents, because he's helping. You feel what I'm saying?
But he's only helping financially. He can't be with all them kids.
Parenting is more than money.
The time is
hold on. I'm
needed for kids.
I'm gonna ask let him finish the statement. We're gonna transition.
Sorry.
Go ahead, bud.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. Go
hey,
ahead.
You see how it works? You know how we rocking. You know how we rolling. It is segment 1, money segment. And this is going to be the last question in the segment. We're going to transition to a commercial break. Since we're on bills and we're paying bills, 50-50. We've talking about 100%. We're talking about 50-50. So a lot of us said, my lady get out and do her thing. We help each other. When involved in a 50-50 relationship, what bills would you consider being the man's responsibility? In a 50-50 relationship, what bills do you consider the man's responsibility? We're going to come back like this. We're going to start with the ladies this time. We started with the fellas. I'm going to bring it to my ladies, my pretty little ladies. We're going to start with Red. Red, what you got to say? What bill is in the 50-50 relationship is the man's?
It depends on the relationship. What me and my man dynamic is different than the people. If y'all staying Hocking Homes and y'all splitting the bills, the rent is $300. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Versus a rent out here in or a mortgage. It just all depends on the dynamic. I might have a better job than you, or you might have a better job than me. If we doing 50-50, it gotta make sense at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? For both of us. And 50-50 to me, when it comes to bills, I think it's a split, but down to what you feel like is enough for this person to pay and what you feel like enough for this person to pay. I don't think it's literally 50-50. I think it's just, I got this, cover this part. Okay, I can cover this part, and I could probably take another bill if you need me to, if anything was whatever. It's just an agreement between that. I think that's exclusive to a particular couple. I don't think it's a universal thing. There's no universal rule with that. It all depends.
I stay right there, ladies. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna come to my boy Cam. Cam, what bill in a 50-50 relationship do you feel like is the man's bill?
I mean, honestly, it depends on what she making, what I'm making. Of course, if I'm making more money, I'm gonna take on the bigger bills. Cause I have a motto like, I got rent. If you want to do the 50-50, you know what I'm saying, put you some money to the side, have you a little hustle, go to school, do something. My whole goal is to make sure you stack it up. But if I'm a little short on, you know what I'm saying, like the light bill or the phone bill, take care of that for me, babe. So that way I ain't got to stress, you know what I'm saying, go stop and do all that. So that's kind of like my 50-50, just, you know what I'm saying, just in case I need you to come through. Make sure you got something put up, you know what I mean, like to take care of something if I'm kind of busy or if I forget or some shit. So I don't really expect, I like, you know what I mean, because that's just always my motto. Because I'm a man. We put a lot of wear and tear on our body. I want my significant other to be mentally right and financially right, just in case something happened to me. If I die, she can handle all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna set things in place. Insurance policies and all that. But the main goal is just to make sure she's strong to take on the kids when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's how real. Hey, and let me jump in these comments real quick because they talking that talk. Sherelle said, I agree with you, boss. You're not a single parent. You're just single. Nunu said he lost a thought. Nunu said, I hope we marry, but if I take care of the mortgage, he got the rest. He take care of the mortgage, I got the rest. The dang mortgage, rent, and light bill, that's high. Whoever gets the most contributes the most, regardless. If income ain't 50-50, the output ain't 50-50. YJ talk that talk. Blue said rent and utilities. YJ says, yeah, it's not literally 50-50 most of the time. And that's real. It's really not. And Nunu said, right, Cam, how come we can't fill in the blanks is all? The man pays the largest bill. The lady pays her personal bills and the household necessities. Who? Let me see. Cam, I had asked. Let me see. Vioshi, what you feeling, bro? 50,
I mean, our shit.
Who pay what?
Like Cam say, we ain't got no straight and narrow. Okay, this is this and that is that. We two people. We got 4 streams of income. Some of that shit pay the goddamn bills, and the other stream of income is just us, and the business pay for itself. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really. And then even then before that, shit, when she was at home and I was working or whatever, I was just goddamn bring her the check and she bust that shit down because I trust the way she is with money. Because I'm not so good with money, so I know to give it to her ass. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't got to worry about it.
I'm right there with you, V. I'm right there with you. K-Mac, what is the in a 50-50 relationship?
I think it really just depends on how much you make, because I'm not going to make somebody, if I make 100,000, he make 40 to go half on everything with me. I just think really it's just financial setup. I know that in our culture, like a lot of people don't want to, they feel like, oh, I'm never going to go 50-50 with a dude. But I think that that's kind of crazy. The way everything is kind of like set up right now at this moment. Like, I don't care how much you make, everything is expensive and everybody should be saving. So 50-50, like I've never had an issue with that. I feel like if you're with somebody, you should want to help them anyway and not constantly. Now, if he got it, that's different, but I'm all for 50-50. I don't think there really is a direct thing. I just think the person that probably pays the most should pay more of the heavier bills, and maybe the person who makes the less pay a lot of the lighter bills. I just think it'll just, conflict. I know usually traditionally men will pay like the mortgage, the rent, but these days it's almost switched out where women are making more than men. So
that's real. Hey, I'm gonna let Juice finish it up. I'm finna go to my boy Boss. Boss, what the hell is a man bill in the 50-50 relationship, my boy?
I think the simple answer is it's whatever works for that couple. There's no blueprint to what works in a relationship. It's what works for you and her. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, traditionally, the man will pay most of the bills. You know, like YJ said, you know, whoever's making the most income, most likely is going to pay the most bills. But that's really not the blueprint. It's whatever works for you guys. That's my answer, bro.
That's real. I respect it. Juice, wrap this up, baby girl. We're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break because we at the halfway point of the show. You see how we talking. This is the podcast that the culture needs. These are the conversations that we need to hear. We here. Juice, what you think, man? What is the man's responsibility in a 50-50 relationship when it comes to paying the bills?
I don't know what a 50-50 relationship is, right? Because in order for it to be 50-50, we'd have to make the same amount of money. So two people who both make $45,000, $50,000 a year, okay, they could bust it down the middle. He could pay this, she could pay that. But how many people you got making well into 6 figures? So who am I going to date that make what I make? And if they don't make what I make, then I feel like I'm paying the most. And if I'm paying the most, then I feel like I don't need you here. Right? So I think that people also look at 50-50 as just household. So yeah, I make 6 figures, but guess what? I make 6 figures because I got a whole bunch of student loans and stuff that I got to pay too. So in addition to the household bills, I have outside bills that aren't associated with the house, right? So just like that, I'm whoever, the male may be, he may have other outside bills. Maybe he got child support. Maybe he got student loans, other things that are not associated with the house. So once that comes out, even if y'all do make the same amount, still how much does he have left? So I think that it's something that you should discuss is whatever you're comfortable with. I do think that roles and society's idea of what a man is supposed to do has a lot to do with it, because we who like to sit around and chit chat about who taking care of who. Oh, she over there, she taking care of him, and then we don't want to be the one that people saying we the paymaster, we taking care of nobody. So because he ain't got no money, I'm not gonna deal with him. Might be the best person on earth, but he ain't got enough money because I make this and he work at Sonic, so I'm not gonna talk to him. So
hey, see if bro can give me a goddamn lemon berry slush.
Boy, Sonic ice cream. God damn.
Yeah, I don't eat Sonic. My son likes it. But yeah, so what I just don't know how it could be 50-50. Because he probably got an air mattress on the floor at his house. And I got like 3 bedroom sets up there.
He can't pay 50-50 if he just air mattress out it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all, I appreciate the conversation. We at the halfway point. Let's go ahead and take this moment to introduce this season to our boy. I know y'all missed him. It's a commercial break with your favorite nephew, Alex.
Twin. What the hell you got going on? It's your boy A-Time Alice in the bed, bro. Where y'all been at? Keep it down in here. Oh, damn, bro. My fault. You see, I'm at the child support office. If you remember from last season, me and Lele, nah, we ain't healed yet. It's that fat-ass nigga Uno. He keep getting in her ear. But anyway, we'll get into that later on. I just want to welcome y'all to a new season. I see y'all looking good. We already got this thing vibing. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. I'm A-Town Alex. You'll be seeing me on commercial breaks. Time to time, I might ask a question or two. But I just wanted to welcome y'all to the first official show. Hey, what up, boss? I see you over there, boy. Who these new folk on here? I don't know, little buddy over here. And who the hell is Shouty? Talking about red bone. Nah, we don't even like red bones. But anyway, I hope y'all keep having a good conversation. And you can join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the podcast The Culture Needs. I'm going to go ahead and see what Lele trying to text me for the child support. I'm going to get with y'all later on. Twin, I'm gone.
Hey, yo, my whole clique bout it. We take yours while you pout about it. Truck, step out.
We are back. That was the first half of the show. Now we're at the power segment. We're going to keep it rolling. My question for the power segment is going to get a little sticky. And it starts like this. Is allowing your child or children to overindulge or overeat to the point of obesity considered child abuse? Is letting your baby eat all them snacks and getting fat on your watch or on your dime considered child abuse? Let's get into it. Vyoshi, you're vegan.
Another one? Come on.
I can't say that it's child abuse because you can't teach some shit that you wasn't taught. So it's like, I don't know, just getting into that knowledge and trying to see how you can curve just feeding them anything or realizing what the fuck is in what you actually feeding them. But as far as the push it is like just outright child abuse, I don't know. It's hard to answer. I don't know.
Who would like to jump in? Go ahead.
Y'all bitches that get $1,400 in food stamps and won't sell me a little $300. That's crazy. That's why them kids fat as fuck now. Like it's crazy. Like it's this lady I used to babysit for a couple years back. She had kids and them kids had snacks in their book bag. They come home, eat a snack. They eat a snack before dinner, after dinner. They just had unlimited access to the pantry because she got all them food stamps. And I'm like, that it when you see it with the little kids, and they always were sickly. They always were sickly. Like sugar is the number one killer. It really is. And I'm not a health nut. I don't eat dandelions like Uno and Vyoshi.
Oh shit.
But I know enough to know that sugar will get you. And I don't think it's intentional. I think it's trivial. I think it's, you want your kid to be happy. Candy makes kids happy. Cookies make kids happy. Just the same thing as video games, putting them tablets in front of them kids. I don't like that either. I don't think it's intentional, but I do think it's abusive because it will affect them.
So in a way, you kind of feel like it's abuse.
Absolutely.
Boss,
yeah.
Letting them kids get fat on your watch, is that considered child abuse?
I would have to say so. I mean, we as parents are supposed to protect our kids. That's one of the jobs we have. So if you're allowing your kid to overeat and indulge and eating every goddamn thing that's in the house, that really cutting their life short. You know what I'm saying? Because obesity will lead to other things. We know that. It's simple mathematics. Goddamn, put them on a diet if you see them get big. But first thing to do is not feed them so goddamn much.
I didn't, when I was coming up, I didn't get these snacks. So I want my baby to have snacks and be able to eat. What you feel about that type of mindset, boss? Before I get to the top row, what you feel about that?
No, that's crazy to even think like that. I ain't get this when I was young, but I'm gonna let my kid just eat them right into an early goddamn grade. What kind of parent is that, man? Hell no.
Talk that talk. Hey, Juice, you heard, boss, as well as Red. They said, hey, I think that's a form of a little abuse. What you feel, Juice, as a nurse?
I feel that is not a form of abuse in most cases. In some cases, people just giving their children whatever they want so they'll get out their face. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the movie The Clumps?
Yes.
If everybody looked like that, what you expect the children look at? The children eating whole chickens at 2 years old. I mean, that's what we do. We eat. So that's not abuse. That's a lifestyle. That's a learned behavior that I don't know to teach my child better because this is what we did. Grandma fed us 5 times a day. I'm gonna feed the baby 5 times a day. Every time the baby cried, the baby hungry. No, that's not how that go. Every time. And then also, when we were growing up,
I want to cut you off. Can I ask you this? Just because Granny and Mama don't know, we're a little more educated. Does that still
not if I'm just as big? Not if I'm just as big. Me at 44 years old, thank God I didn't have no fat ass kids, but like I have struggled with my weight.
You finna get banned off the internet,
recently, because I'm a bad. But I struggled my weight all my life because when we grew up, like eating was a reward, right? Not to eat, but like going out to eat was a reward. Oh, you paid the test. Oh, we're gonna go to Red Lobster. Oh, you did this. Oh, we're gonna go to Corral. Oh, you did this. Oh, we're gonna go out to eat. So eating was like a reward for me. Like if I get paid, I'm going to eat Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like I'm going out to eat every day, and I'm eat lunch and I'm eat dinner. When I ain't even hungry, I just want something to eat. But because my children play sports and were active around, because my daughter, I always told her, you eat like a grown man. Like if you ever stop playing sports, you is gonna be huge. So she always ate like that, but she moved around. The problem with the kids now, they're eating like that and they're having a sedentary lifestyle. So they're sitting in front of the TVs, they're playing with tablets, they're not running around outside, they're not riding by. Yes, what's up, Yoshi?
I agree. And then I'm thinking now it's like, okay, if we're gonna call that child abuse, because the beginning is the addiction. So when you give the little baby a little bit of macaroni and cheese, is that child abuse?
No,
because my grandbaby been eating it since 8 months.
But that's
I just
what
want to ask this, Juice.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want to ask this, Juice. As a parent, as a mother or father, whoever you are, if you know you having these health issues, as an obese person, you said the whole family big, wouldn't you try to prevent that? Like say for instance, you can't breathe hard half of the time when you try to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Wouldn't you try to prevent that for your
Okay,
kids?
let me give you the answer to that. If every time you smoke crack, you have to go to the hospital because you're short of breath, it seems like you stopped smoking crack, right?
Yeah,
when you put it like that, it sounds so easy.
This stuff I deal with every day at work, I promise you. So if every time you smoke crack, you want to go jump off the bridge because people talking to you, it seems like you just stopped smoking crack, right?
Right. But we talking about preventing your kid. You dealing with it. If you're dealing with it, you don't want your kid to go through that type of shit, right?
Right. So maybe, and I can't speak for everybody, and I'm not justifying it at all, but maybe people don't see nothing wrong with themselves. And to their defense, I ain't got no man, but everybody I see that's 4 times my size got a man. So if they don't see nothing wrong with it, and they got a man, and they feel like they're happy and got everything they need, the problem comes in when people get older and they're getting diabetes and heart failure and atherosclerosis and vascular disease. But the problem is already established at that point. You don't worry about your kids being obese. People think that it's cute. And granted, my grandma, I remember when my daughter was little, and Dr. Owens told me I had to put my Maya on a diet. She was like 1. She wasn't even walking good, but she looked like a little Michelin man. And my grandma went off on me because she was in there crying. And I was like, she can't eat for another hour because they got her on a diet. She was like, don't let them people tell you how to raise your children. When she started walking, that way to fall off. Granted, it did, but some kids it don't. Some kids that builds and builds and builds, and by the time it gets to a point to where you like, oh, it's a problem. Now they need a lap band or something because the children in 2nd grade and 300 pounds, like that is a problem. So, do you have control? Like it takes a certain amount of discipline for me to lose weight, but for you to have your child lose weight, it takes discipline. You got to be able to deal with the fact that they're crying, they don't like it. Can you deal with it? Because everybody can't deal with their kids not being happy with the decisions they make. So are you going to be able to stick with it? Because I know it's been plenty of times I done took my churn phone and gave the bitch right back like they didn't do something wrong. So if I can't even keep the phone, if I can't even keep the phone, how can I say, okay, you're not eating this. This is what you're going to eat. This is what we're going to eat for a long period of time for the weight. Because weight pop on like this, but it's a long, tedious journey.
It's hard to lose.
I think that I don't really think it's child abuse. I think it's a form of neglect, maybe, or maybe.
But neglect is
negligence. But
if you get charged with child neglect, you get charged with child abuse. It's not. That's why I said it's not intentional.
I don't think they're neglecting the child. I think they feel like they're doing what's best for the child, making sure that the child eats, making sure that the child is full before they go to bed. But they don't see the problem they're creating, and once they see it, it's too late.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss.
I definitely don't think it's intentional. And to one point, you said, where you said, our grandmas and what, our grandmas used to feed the hell out of us. And, they used to feed us, but we went outside. You got these goddamn tablet kids. They not going outside. So it's worse for them.
Low Kahi Leaf, I recently lost 34 pounds, and that's how I lost it. My mindset has always been I had to eat everything on my plate. Now people be like, girl, you didn't even eat nothing, but I'm full. Like I can eat 4-5 bites and I don't want no more. Like I do not have to sit here and clean this plate. I do not have to come back and eat it later. But growing up, you get your behind toe up if you don't eat all the food on that plate. And you're not gonna waste the food. You're gonna sit at that table till you're done. So absolutely. And I think people still do that. Yeah. And then fast food is no help.
I was finna say that's another thing. Convenience kills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so motherfuckers ain't even cooking. Like if you thinking you eating the same chicken that your great grandma and your grandma eating, you sadly mistaken.
Right.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Hey, I'm gonna let my girl K Mac and then Cam speak on this, and then we're gonna transition. We talking. This is the power segment. Segment 2. We rolling. Kay, what you feel? You think it's abuse?
I'm a health educator, and I deal with this all the time. A lot of times when you see kids, and like I had a couple years ago, I had like a 8-year-old that was weighing 200 pounds.
God,
200 pounds.
That's abuse, bro. That's
200,
abuse.
200
That's a fucking
pounds.
abuse. That's
But
abuse.
at the same
That's abuse.
time, it's one of these things where you realize that a lot of adults don't know how to eat balance. A lot of adults don't know that they need vegetables and they don't need 3 starches to eat for their meals. So sometimes it's just about people, like everybody was saying, a lot of people don't know. But at the same time, a lot of states now are having to are trying to charge, parents with abuse, because kids are now 8 years old having high blood pressure.
Georgia, that's why I brought this question up. Georgia
They
is
having
trying to pass
diabetes.
this.
They have so much fat on their body that their knees, they're having to get knee surgeries and stuff like this. And at such a young age, and that's it's boiling down to where some people are not, like, insurances are not trying to cover it. So now they're trying to just make the parents take accountability for it, because the kids can't buy food. The parent has to control what they buy. The parent has to control what they give. And saying, sometimes I kind of agree, because dealing with a lot of patients, they just don't know. Like, they literally were taught to eat nothing but soul food. They literally were taught to put nothing but salt on everything. They literally were taught certain things. They don't even know different fruits besides an apple and a banana. So some of it is education wise, but then sometimes it's like, when are you going to take accountability for what you don't know and how to change it? So I kind of agree to the point where it is a form of abuse, because kids should not be walking around that big. Kids should not have certain diseases now that people are having as an adult. But at the same time, I see people making a baby. I had a girl came in, she was giving her baby Chinese food at 8 months.
God damn.
My mama get a baby at 2 days, they get a bowl of grits.
God.
And
boy, do not tell Jenny out.
I'm sorry.
And then you have people that, the oldest, and another thing that makes a lot of babies gain weight too is, and it's the generational thing, the baby, put some rice in that milk. Put some rice in that milk.
Cereal in that bottle, boy.
Yeah. And it's really just like, it's really just putting on more weight. And I don't think people understand that you are really putting on certain diseases for kids that they shouldn't even have ever, even as an adult. Like, you have kids walking around with type 2 diabetes, and you're 14, you're 13 years old.
That's crazy.
Hey, Sherelle was uttering the same sentence. She said that's the same thing with mothers shoving a bottle in their baby's mouth just to shut them up. Now they're overweight babies. That's unintentional child abuse, like Redbone said. What you gonna say, Juice? I heard you talking. Then we gonna get the Cam, and then we gonna transition. We got the last 30 of the show. We got one more segment to go.
I was just talking about the diabetes, that it has to be genetically, it has to be a precursor or whatever. But granted, the fact that they're overweight is what makes it,
well, I mean,
develop.
Like, if a kid is like type 1 diabetes, then that's genetically, they're born with it. But you having
type 1, they're born with it. Type 2,
type 1 is born with it.
I got
type 1 you're born with.
Yeah, type 1, that's what I'm saying. Like, type 1 you're born with, but I'm talking about children having type 2 diabetes. And
correct.
And you should not be having that at 13 years old. You shouldn't be having, your weight is to the point where you got to go to ortho, because now you got to get surgery on your knees because of your weight. Yeah, you sitting there. Well, hopefully not a knee replacement, but it's too much. So it is a form of abuse.
And I appreciate the answers. Last answer for this question: We're going to go ahead and take us another break before we get to the end of the show. Cam, you seeing these babies around here in South Carolina, North Carolina, big as a house.
Hercules.
I mean,
what you feel? Is that a beauty?
I can elaborate on that because
we gonna get banned. Hold on, Cam.
No.
You talk about the fat kids, you know they're gonna ban us off the day.
No, hold on. Like
no,
this, I'm just basically
talking about those homegirls over here. They picking up.
Nah. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm a slim dude, and my 8-year-old, she's half Bahamian, so she's a little bigger. And me, I course I'm like, I noticed, and I'm, trying to help her watch what she eat, because I know she would tell me about certain kids, and they'll pick on her for being, bigger than the normal 8-year-olds. So she had two choices, kind of work on how she eat or get in trouble for putting hands on them. So, me as a parent, I didn't want to enforce it on her. So what I had to do is make cooking fun. She know I like to cook, so I found recipes and healthy alternatives for her. So now I noticed that she's losing weight, because I felt like her mother's side of the family, they kind of ignored because they all kind of bigger, but I see the health issues they have, and I didn't want my daughter growing up with them health issues. So it was kind of frustrating for me, but I had to figure out what was best for my daughter, and to see how she eat now with an 8-year-old and teach her how to cook certain recipes. It kind of helped her, want to get fit. I didn't feel like I forced it on her. She understands the importance of health, because she says she sleep better, she breathes better, she's not snoring when she sleeps and stuff like that, and she's not as agitated, like eating all the sugar and stuff like that. She's outside more, she's more into nature. So I feel like some point it's not abuse, but it's kind of neglect, as a parent. You know what I mean? That's what I feel, because at the times when I wasn't staying on her, I was just giving her that shit, and she'd be like, "Dad, my stomach hurt," or we was in the hospital. But when I said, "You know what, I'm gonna have to find a way to make this fun and teach you and have these talks with her," and now cooking is her favorite thing, and she's a more healthier kid.
Right, and I appreciate you taking out the time to go and try to educate yourself, so you can educate your baby, so you can do the right thing. Like you said, most of our parents don't know. But most of our parents ain't really gonna try to book the system, and they gonna cook them greens and hog maw and all that. And
so mother some shit.
Yeah, it's up to us to try to change and get our babies on a healthier kick. Y'all, I appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and take us a quick little commercial break. When we come back, we are going to wrap up the last 30 minutes of the show. The podcast the culture needs, Talkin Wild, will be back.
You niggas want my bitches. You niggas wanna be me. You niggas wanna be up from me. Oh, swagger jacket, bitch. I'm switching lanes on these niggas, I think I'm copy this. I got a bad white bitch, I'm talking about cold switch. She sucked the tip up out the pistol, that bitch know some tricks. This is saying, why the fuck I'm off a half for this shit? I'm trying to cut back on my health, but like they getting real. If I ain't with my family, drugs make me feel here. Don't say you love me, I done seen her get my partners killed. But they understand that when you dunking, that's a windmill. I'm out the way, cause I don't wanna switch you by my cheese. I'm ballin' out, cause I don't know, I might be.
I believe in money, power, and respect. First you get the money, then you get the power. After you get the power, then you power. What you eat life, money, power, respect. What you eating life, money, power, respect. What you eating right, money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power,
hey, yo, my whole clique bout it. We take yours while you pout about it. Truck, step out.
That was my jam, though. I love that, bro. I hope y'all having a good time. If y'all having a good time, and it's always imperative that you can drop that lightning bolt and the purple heart in the comments. Hit the like, share the live. Y'all, we are at the last segment of the show. I hope you guys have had a good time up to now. This is the respect segment. And I'm going to start this segment, the last segment of the night, off with this question. Is it distasteful to invite your sexual partner to your house if the kids are there under 18? Is it distasteful if you invite your sexual partner to your house if your kids are there and they're under the age of 18? You busting it down in front of them babies? Let's get into it.
That's child abuse. The fuck?
That's education.
That last part went too far. I'm cool up until you said in front of the babies.
But nah, seriously, if your kids under 18 in the house, they might be up watching TV. Your little boo thing trying to slide. Is it distasteful for you to bring them over to your house where you pay bills?
Who first? Me?
Yeah, you in the box.
Yeah. Yes.
Speak on it. Why?
Because I don't like the way you formulated the question. Seemed like this my little whatever, my little what. This ain't my man, right? Or how
your sexual partner?
Yeah, my little what is no that my child never seen this person. They'll never see his face. I don't want them to ever see him. Like if I'm in a relationship with somebody and he slide through or whatever, that's different. But
even if it's his boyfriend, girlfriend, y'all don't live together, you know what I'm saying? He can slide through when the baby's up.
It depends. Now, okay, so under 18, so there's different levels to this shit, right? Mm-hmm. You got the babies, the 0 to 5, then you got the 5 to 10, then you got the 11 and up. 11 and up, you know, a different maturity. They in a room playing their game. Yeah. You know what I mean? But as far as it's a situation where they have to see him come in and walk to my room, never. Because kids are black and white. They have no gray area. When that man walk in that room, he's gonna go hunch mama. And I don't want my kids to be.
We ain't gonna go. I'm finna.
Nah, kids.
You finna read man by the dog.
You finna read the
man by the dog.
These kids are smart, and I think I'm extra traumatized. I walked in on my mama. Very traumatizing. Very traumatizing stuff.
I do not want to walk in on Sister Dallas. No.
Very depressing stuff. So in that sense, I'm super careful about that stuff. Like just the image, just nothing. I'm super careful. So I don't really even play that my house stuff. I come to your house.
Does it matter? Does the child's gender play a part?
It's even more sensitive with the little girls, obviously. But I mean, it doesn't matter in a sense of my mind changing, but it's more sensitive to me when it comes to my daughter. It is. I am more sensitive in that aspect. I am.
Okay. Hold that for me. I'm gonna spin the Cam. I'm gonna come to Juice next. Cam. Is it distasteful to bring your little boo-boo over there? You know what I'm saying? Baby girl at the crib. You trying to smash, you trying to take her through there. Do what you do. You just got paid. You feeling good. Baby girl with you.
Oh, you ain't mentioned the paid part. Hold on.
Oh, boy, it's going.
Get paid now.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. When I was younger, or like if it's my kids younger, it's going down because they're young. They might sleep, put them to bed. But now that I'm older, like she said, I feel like if they over 3 or 4, like, nah, I can't bring you around. You know what I'm saying? Because kids know what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, especially my kids, they daddy's girls, so they gonna be in and out the room. They gonna want to know who you is, so they probably ain't gonna see you until we get serious because it's going down. Like you know what I'm saying? I ain't come to play, so the kids don't need to be there. That's how I look at it.
From you and Reg, y'all saying it's a fine line to walk. Juice.
Yeah.
You trying to get your goddamn own cookie crunched. them babies on the sofa. Watching HBO.
My children have seen 4 men in my house in 26 years.
Your daddy was, so you gotta take the 3.
Their
three.
Their daddy was 1.
And they daddy, so that's 2. They haven't seen 2.
What? My dad.
Your daddy and they daddy.
No, they daddy, and then I had 3 long-term relationships.
Okay.
I absolutely am not having no company in my house when my children home. For 1, I got a daughter. For 2, I have a son. And I think it's more disrespectful to the son almost than the daughter. I don't think the daughter care one way or another, but that's a son looking up at his mama. And I just don't want a man in the house when my daughter's there, period. So If a man came when my kids was home, because I ain't gonna say never, I guarantee you that they was in the bed sleep and he was up and long gone before they got up. But never when they up moving around in the middle of the day or when they finna get up or some shit like that, because I had a situation growing up and I would never want to put my kids in that.
That's not my uncle. She said that was my uncle. That is not my damn uncle. You in there with my uncle cuddled up. What the fuck?
Hell no.
Damn, boss.
Yeah. I do. I absolutely
for us young players, man, you a bachelor.
Hold on. I think it's even more distasteful when there's multiple ones.
Say it again. You went out at the end, baby.
I think it's even more distasteful when there are multiple men.
Traffic.
That you're only seeing somebody different every day, and it's uncle and cousin and brother. And
make somebody mad tonight.
I don't care.
Which one of y'all are uncle? Let me find out now.
Right.
Which one of y'all play uncle?
I mean,
I done been
feel like
before. I ain't finna even cap you down.
I feel like something happening every now and then is one thing, but when it's a new one every other week, when you got kids in the house, I think that's very distasteful. Okay, go ahead, boss. My bad.
No, you good. I think, man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you something. You already got it. I was just gonna ask you the question.
I think, with the day, and as a father, man, I can't do it because I know my daughter's getting older, and I already told her, I mean, I'm gonna kill your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So I want to show or lead by example. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her seeing different women come in and out my house, even though I live here alone. You know what I'm saying? I want to show her what I'm teaching her. You know what I'm saying? And then for me, I get on the weekends. I feel sorry for the mothers who have them 5 days a week because you can't get no goddamn dick until the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
They living for Friday. They living for Friday. Let's nigga that mug in there, boss. Don't let these folk fool you. Come by 2:00. They sleep.
But for a man who get their kids on the weekend, you should dedicate that time just for your child. There should be no females over there, man. For real.
I agree. Yeah. But I want to see if my girl K Mac gonna agree, boss. K.
I don't think your little yaya should be at your house when your kid. Yeah, like he shouldn't be.
Can't be pulling no dreads and slapping no ass when they end up watching Mario Brothers.
No, well, I mean, okay, so my house I had in Tampa, my room was downstairs, and the stairs was on the opposite end. So I mean, like if it's it's like 2:00 in the morning and I already know they sleep, like slide through. They're not gonna see you. You gonna come in, you gonna go out.
I'm gonna come in, and then go out.
I definitely am big on not showing my girls having people run in and out. Like they only see me with 2 people. Like I'll never introduce my kids to anybody unless I'm in a committed relationship, because I don't even want to give that type of shut up. I don't even want to give that type of energy out to them, because it's already presented like like women that you should just run them all, date them all, run them all, and that's cool because I do. But at the same time, like that's just giving a bad example, especially when you have girls, because it's bad enough that we're already it's already a double standard. So I just think at that nah, you can't be running.
Dang, we can't even
I could come to you though. I'll come to you.
Right, that's what I said. Hey, y'all can come.
Well, you come to me. I got my damn kids over here too. Fuck my kids.
That's crazy. To me, that's crazy because like y'all saying like it's the weekend, y'all got the kids. Pussy and dick is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, baby. I can get the same dick on Tuesday as I can get on Saturday night. Okay.
Wow, on Saturday it's a little better. Friday, I got paid. It's harder. It's harder when it's paid.
I could.
The weekend hit different.
I'm in that thing on Saturday.
But if you dating somebody,
I might have to get up at 4:00. Wednesday, go to work.
I'm somebody that don't have kids.
When a nigga ever said I gotta get up early, I don't want no pussy.
Never.
No, babe.
Y'all say that. Y'all say that.
Like,
I
stop
gotta
it.
work in the morning. Y'all know y'all say that.
It's off.
Y'all know y'all
It's
say
off
that.
of me. I gotta go to work.
A dude
So,
would never say that though.
Mm-mm.
Don't
That's
say
a good way to go to
that.
bed.
I don't know though.
that's the
Never.
perfect way to go to bed. What you say, Cam? What you got?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, if it's like a big bag on the table or something like that, and then like she said, if I know I can get that thing on Tuesday, you gotta wait, baby girl, because I'm gonna be a little
Hey,
bit better with
Get
that bag in
control.
my pocket.
Get
okay,
discipline.
why you can't
You
do
feel me?
both? I ain't gonna tell you the truth. I said
You said what?
multitask. The
I'm a
fuck?
multitask. I'm gonna get the bag first, and I'm gonna come smack them cheeks. But I'm gonna get the bag
No,
first.
man. If I
We
want
hit better. We fought better when we paid. Do you not
I
Absolutely.
gotta compromise.
Hey,
We fought better when our pockets full. The blood flow
Exactly,
better when the
bro.
pocket's full, baby.
I said do
V.
both.
man, that's distasteful as fuck. Like, have some restraint. Use that time.
Right.
Use that time for the build up. Send your
You
little.
gotta call me distasteful to my face because I done did that, bro. Damn. I just cussing me out tonight.
I ain't judging. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, leave that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Let that build it up.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's
hey.
Uncle Meek.
After
That's Uncle
that
Meek. He
question,
gave me
Uno.
$5.
You say ask the next one.
No. After that question, now
Yeah.
ask everybody who the hell. Raise your hand if you did it.
Did what?
You did what? Like had
Smash
some
while your kids is over there. While your kids at the
I ain't
house.
gonna
But
lie.
while
My younger days.
they were there, yes. But while they were awake is a different thing. While they were out and about in the house is a whole different thing.
Earmuffs.
I got a story. I got a story, guys.
Uh-oh.
One night, Jacksonville, North Carolina. It was a good night after the party's on. Met Shawty. Shawty said, my baby at the house with my mama. I said, shit, that cool. But they gonna be in the room together. Cool. Baby was in the bed.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Did you do it? Did you really bust it down while the baby was in the bed?
This shit
Leave
is
that
near
part out.
inferior hard.
Hey,
bro.
crop this part out. Crop this part out.
I'm gonna edit this part. I just had to let y'all know what it was. But we gonna keep moving right along. Cause we gonna
This is we don't judge.
Judging like a mother.
I thought they was my friends. I thought I could share with them and look how they judging
Judging
me.
like a bitch.
Look how they judging me. Hey, but the last question of the night, and this one is going to be a doozy. I know it's going to start an argument. I've had a good time this evening. I hope you've had a good time as well. You can always tune in on Thursday, 9 p.m. to see the podcast the culture needs. Talking Wild. The last question is as follows. Are toxic mothers, see what I did there? Are toxic mothers held to the same scrutiny as a deadbeat dad? Why or why not? Are toxic mothers held to the same scrutiny as a deadbeat dad? And this will be our final question of the night. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Let's get into it.
Hell yeah.
Who would like to jump in
Yeah,
that
we
first?
chose to be single moms. Hell yeah. What?
What'd you say?
I said Blake told me that I chose to be a single mom. Hell yeah.
She got that bullshit.
Look, that man ain't say your ass.
Yes.
Nah. Do you feel like deadbeat mamas get the same scrutiny that deadbeat fathers get? Be real, straight up.
And my real answer is no. And I'm gonna say why. And I'm gonna say from what perspective. This is how I'm gonna say it. In the eyes of society, the mother has a lot more leniency. In the eyes of the law, the mother has way more leniency. A mother that was on drugs and struggles with a drug problem and then gets off drugs and gets her child back. It's a heroic story. Crackhead daddy, fuck that nigga. that's in the eyes of the law. This is what it is. And this is a woman saying that. Mind you, I'm a millennial feminist, so y'all please don't ever jump on no train with me because I don't play that. But I'm gonna be real though. Like, I think we as women get a lot more leniency when it comes to these children due to the fact that we carry them in our body, and B, because a lot of people feel like a mother is more necessary than a father. I said a lot of people. I did not say me. I feel like both equally necessary, but this is society. Society's mama got the mom. That's why when it comes to divorces and custody agreements, usually the child goes with the mother. That's just me speaking from a society standpoint and the law standpoint. Now, my personal opinion, I think all deadbeats should be in the same deadbeat box on fire. That's how I feel.
Hey, Ms. Nunu said they don't, and they really should, but mama's babies, daddy's maybes. I'm gonna go to my girl K-Mac. K-Mac, you feel as if these mothers are held to the same scrutiny as deadbeat fathers, these toxic mothers?
Absolutely not.
Why you think? Speak on it, girl.
I feel like just like Redbone was saying, like a lot of like society doesn't see women as being like unnurturing. They don't see women as it's like, nah, it can't be that serious. Like my best friend right now, he got custody of his son, his baby mama. Like literally, the judge knew that somebody was molested him, and the judge still let the son stay with her. It was literally, she literally had to be. What happened with her? She literally threw her son out, and that's how he got custody. So I think women are not seen as to be as evil or being as deadbeat, or nobody looks at a woman and be like, oh, she would never do that. So they get a little pass when they don't abide by, the judge could say to do something and they don't abide by it. The judge won't put them in jail like they would a man. So definitely women do have a lot of leniency.
I appreciate that answer. Let me go through a couple of these comments, and I'm gonna go to my boy Cam. Blue said nope, they are hoes. Nunu said, hey KB. Nunu said they don't. They really should, but mama's baby, daddy's maybes. KB said no because she carried the child most of the time. She has custody. Kind of cancels itself out. On the other hand, I know some outstanding fathers that will overshadow their mother's toxicity. My girl K-Cal said, women get assistance when they don't have it. Men don't. Section 8 for starters. If they don't, child support or go to jail. Toxic mothers are worse than toxic fathers, but they get the most grace. I've always had a different level of respect for a father who has custody of their kids. Modest moments. Expand. Cam. Are toxic mothers held to the same scrutiny as deadbeat dads? Why or why not?
Hell no, because it's like the lady said, they got more things to protect them. And I mean, just sometimes as a man, it's considered like weak, even kind of going back and forth with a woman and fighting. In most situations, when you dealing with that type of thing, your mother or somebody in your family just tell you pray about it, and they tell you not to fight. And if you fight any type of way, God gonna get you. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of psychological stuff when it comes to that. So most times we have to sit it out and take it. You know what I mean? Because that's our kids' mothers. We don't really want nobody to put hands on them, or we don't want them to be hurt. So we kind of sit back until they mature. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think it's also your reaction. If you don't allow it, you get away, you don't engage in it, eventually they'll get the point. And then sometimes you got to go to court. Sometimes you got to get the law involved if you really care about the well-being of your kids and stuff like that. But that's just how I look at it. Like, it's just how you engage in it, how you react, and sometimes you got to fight the right way.
Y'all need to
not sometimes, all the times you gotta fight the right way,
But sadly, it takes a dad to prove so much more that the mother is in trash. Like literally, it takes so much for, even if she toxic, it'll take her to have to, she has to be arrested and shoot somebody before.
Arrested a couple times.
Yeah, like it really does take men a lot to really prove that a woman is toxic. And that's sad because the only people that suffer is the child.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. So y'all see the conversation flowing. I'm finna go up to the top row, and we're getting ready to close out the show with these top row of people. I hope you guys had a good time. Vyoshi, toxic mothers, are they held to the same scrutiny as deadbeat fathers?
I'm with KBZ on this one. I think it's the fact that they carried the child for 9 months, and they could have been a shitty mother then because she could have been smoking cigarettes and drinking fucking MD 2020. But we live in a world full of double standards.
Damn, boy, you need to go to prison.
Some double standards, some standards are in your favor, some aren't. I mean,
that's real. That's real. But I just hate the fact that it's the same trashy ass parent.
Yeah.
One of them get hung out to dry. One of them get ample opportunities to fix it. Boss, are toxic mothers held to the same scrutiny as deadbeat dads? Why not?
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with the ladies. I appreciate the honesty. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact that they get so much more leniency than a man. So
yes, sir.
I ain't nothing else I can say that has already been said. So yeah.
Hey, that's real. Juice, go ahead and take us home on this topic. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up and get ready for the cast reveal for next Thursday's show.
You muted, Bookie.
That's because everybody keep harassing me about muting the microphone. But anywho, the question says, are toxic mothers held to the same scrutiny as deadbeat dads? I'm going to say that I don't think so, but there's a reason. So a deadbeat dad means he's not there. He's not doing anything to help. He's just said, that's your baby. You worry about it. That's what makes it worse in some people's eyes. But is it worse to be there and not want to be there, or is it worse to not be there at all? Because I feel like a toxic mother who maybe is mad at the father and treats the kids accordingly, curses at the kids, call them all kind of bitches and out their name, mental abuse, verbal abuse. I would rather her be a deadbeat than to do that to the kids, because that's going to be emotional traumas that they're going to be dealing with their entire life unless they sit down and talk to somebody and get counseling. So she's not held to the same scrutiny, because who would know that? Outside of someone being in that household or being around them a lot of the time to see how she interacts with her kids, you're not going to know that she's toxic as a parent. But you'll see the behaviors showing in the children, but you have to be able to have the child talk and identify that that's what's happening. But I do not think the women are held to the same standard, just like I don't feel that single women get the same recognition that single fathers get. When the people see a man with, as a single father, oh my God, it's a great job. I love what you're doing. But, they see single women with, children every day. And it's just,
that's it, Keisha.
Yeah, another notch in the belt. It's nothing abnormal about it. So I think that the norm is for a man to be a deadbeat. So, people don't really pay attention to, not all men.
The society norm.
Yeah.
Society's norm is that, especially black men, society's norm is that, y'all don't take care of y'all kids, and most of y'all don't. But that's what the people say.
She slid in that shade.
I was talking about the rest of them. So society's norm is that the mother is the provider. The mother's gonna make sure everything happens. She's the head, so people don't look for the mother to be toxic. And when I tell you, it's a lot of toxic mothers. A lot. I am the type of friend that I will check you in front of your children about how you talking to your children. Like, I am the type of friend, I don't like that shit. Like, don't do it around me. But the problem is people don't say nothing. And I feel like silence is a compliance, is agreement.
Yep.
I don't like it. But especially when you got older kids, like, it's bad when they're little, but when you got kids getting older, like into the teen years, and you still calling them out their names and all kind of stuff. Oh no.
Trashy.
These are the same children's gonna have to wipe your ass.
But
if
I
they
also
wipe your ass, they might send your ass on up there to their road, and you never.
My
get a
daughter said
visit
she
at-
gonna put me in a nice nursing home.
I'm gonna come by and see you if I'm still alive. I'm gonna come by because my nursing
Thank
home probably gonna be right by yours.
Yeah, she said it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're
real
gonna
nice.
be neighbors. Y'all, I want to say this has been an amazing episode 2. But before I let you get out of here, I gotta give you a little preview on next week on Talkin Wild, season 5. I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight for episode 2 of Talkin Wild season 5. I am your host, Flash Mob Uno, the freshest, flyest, fat boy you know. And anytime you want to come join us, the podcast that the culture needs, you can do that every Thursday at 9. On behalf of the whole staff and Flash Mob ENT, we want to say God bless you, good night, and thank you for tuning in. Peace.
You broke my heart tryna love you. You fucked my soul tryna trust you. And I just sit back and